Hi, so my name is Sarah Dierlam. I'm the Assistant Executive Director of the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council, and specifically relating to transportation connections to colonias, we look at different aspects, things like access into neighborhoods in great need, but also understanding the relationships that we have with those different cities in order to create that partnership. Our current situation and our current biggest issue within public transportation in the Rio Grande Valley is a lack of CDL drivers with passenger endorsement that we can use to connect those routes. So currently we work with cities to identify issues where they would like to connect to those neighborhoods. But like I was mentioning, there is not enough individuals with a CDL with a passenger endorsement in order for us to run those routes.
So are you saying that if you had the drivers,
Yes.
you could actually put routes into the colonias?
Yes, absolutely. Now, it's not as easy as it's not a single day fix. There's a lot of things that go into that. We have planners on board that identify the proper route, identifying the cost of fuel, the cost to run the route, and things like that. But once all those things are identified and secured, that's how the routes begin.
Do you have the plans in place? Let's say the drivers just show up for work Monday and they've got the qualifications to drive the buses. Have you got a plan in place to know which colonias, the biggest colonias you want to be in?
I think it'd be at most a 3-month turnaround in order to identify the most efficient route, because we don't just want to throw a bus route down a road that maybe doesn't have a shoulder, doesn't have stop signs, doesn't have the facilities accessible. But once all those technicalities are figured out, we're able to do that.
And so you know the story, you've heard from these residents before. Their issue at this task force meeting in Little Mexico, South Alamo, was if we had the buses, we could get to work. If we had the buses,
Yes.
we could get to the doctors and the pharmacy.
Absolutely, and I think she also mentioned church as well. So it's not only, accessing healthcare, accessing education, but it's also accessing quality of life. Yes.
And I was all the time thinking it was a funding issue of you needing to go to the legislature or our
It's
valley
not necessarily only a funding issue, but my greatest issue currently is accessing individuals to drive my buses.
How many drivers do you need?
About 30.
30. And what was the salary you would pay them?
Depending on the qualifications and the number of years of experience, the most that we can start them at is $15.75. And again, that does include benefits like healthcare, retirement, supplemental insurance, all the things that would make a job great.
I appreciate this interview. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, not at this time.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Steve.
for today's interview.
Absolutely.